Hey everyone, I'm Anthony Contrino, and I am here with my friend Nate Chittenden at his farm, Dutch Hollow Farms, here in Schodack Landing, New York, to celebrate National Farmers Day. So we're gonna do something that we both love to do, cooking.
And eating.
What makes you think I like to eat, first
What
of all?
makes you think that I would say
I'm
that?
very insulted already. We're gonna make my butternut squash pasta bake, because who doesn't love a pasta bake?
Exactly.
Shall we get started?
Yeah.
I did the hard work. I already peeled the butternut squash, diced it, half-inch dice, and we're just gonna par roast this because it's going to go into our bake. It won't bake enough if we don't kind of give it a little bit of a head start. So if you could add, you can eyeball about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm gonna just throw in some salt. When you're roasting, you wanna be a little bit generous with the salt. May look like a lot, but a lot of it's gonna stay on the sheet pan.
Toss it around, right?
You toss it around. I'm just gonna try to stay clean this episode. So divide it into our 2 pans. We have a pretty small oven today. If I was home, I would just do like 1 larger pan. When you're roasting, you wanna scatter so that it doesn't steam and it roasts evenly. We're only gonna cook it for like not even 15 minutes. And what's great with this is all your components could be made earlier in advance, and then you can just put the bake together right before. All right, so our squash is partially cooked, and now we're gonna make the star of the show, which is this sage nutmeg infused bechamel sauce, using some milk, of course, right from the farm. I think it's from that one right there.
Our cows over here are making 6 to 7 to 8 gallons of milk every single day, every single one of them. So use all the cream milk you want. We're making more every day.
All right, we're gonna need some more butternut squash then. So our squash is par roasted over there. It's nice and almost fork tender.
Yeah.
So we are going to make a bechamel. So let's start. If you wouldn't mind throwing in that butter.
Yeah.
We have a nice premium butter, 83% butter fat.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be nice and rich, super flavorful. Cheese is melting. So something that I'm gonna do a little different is I'm gonna add some sage. If you wanna help me, about 12, if you wanna like throw like 6 leaves in, then I'll throw like 6 leaves in.
Keep the stems out.
Keep the stems out. It honestly doesn't matter too much. Just gonna kind of melt the butter and let the sage infuse the butter. It's not gonna be like super flavorful. We're gonna be like, ooh, it's very sagey, but it's like almost like an umami in this dish, and just like an extra hint of fall, you know?
Yeah.
While I do this, do you wanna start grating some mozzarella? How long have you and your family been at this farm?
So we have been here where we're farming today for almost 50 years. My father and mother started here before I was born, and they've grown their small family with 50 cows to what you see here today. You know, as the family has grown over the nearly 50 years, so has the farm.
And I don't know how much you guys can see, but this is like a crazy operation you got going on. There's like barns down there, there's barns down there. How many cows are we talking about here?
So we have about 850 cows making milk 3 times a day, every single day, getting fed, getting cared for all the time, 24/7. We never stop taking care of our cows. What we do on the farm is we care for animals. You know, they do an amazing job of making delicious milk to get turned into these dairy products we're using. Our job is to take care of them so they can do their job.
That's awesome.
So I just got a little quick life hack here. You never want to grate your knuckles or your fingers, so this is the chef's portion,
that's the
right?
chef's kiss. Yep. So I took the sage out, I let it infuse just a little bit to get some of that flavor. We're gonna add the flour, just like you said. Add it all at once. And from this point on, you kind of need to be hands-on. So I have a full quart of milk here. You wanna add a little bit at a time to avoid lumps. So you ready?
Yep.
At this point, there's no lumps, you can add the rest. And we just want to keep working this till it thickens. I gotta tell you, this is my second visit to Nate's farm, and these cows are treated better than we're treating our friends. They're so well taken care of, it's amazing.
We're getting a little thickening here.
You are getting a little thickening here. I love salty. I don't know about you. Just a little bit of pepper, and then nutmeg. So just a little bit to taste. I par cooked some pasta as well. It's cooked about 2/3 of the way because I don't know about you, but I don't want like a super mushy pasta when it comes out. So I think we can start building. If you wouldn't mind dumping that sauce on in.
Oh, I like the sage.
Can you grab the butternut squash?
Sure.
We're gonna add about, I don't know, maybe half, a little bit more than
You
half.
said all of this?
Half.
Okay, half.
Or how about like 3/4? And I'm looking like an idiot. I can't. Listen, I'm tired. Look at this folding technique. This is not your first fold.
I don't like cleaning up messes, so I've learned over time that a vigorous fold is a mess to clean up.
That's going into like a 3-quart casserole dish. I'm just gonna spread this pretty evenly into the pan. And because, as you've once said to me, you could never have enough cheese,
We're gonna put this on top, right?
we're gonna put that on top. And this is just to help trap in some of the steam. And then after 30 minutes, we're gonna rip off the foil and we'll let the cheese caramelize a little bit. She's done, and I like to let it sit for a few minutes, really let it set up. And in the meantime, we will make this delicious crumb topping. I'm actually gonna add some more butter.
More butter, more better.
Just a couple of tablespoons, not a lot for this. Would you mind grating that world's largest clove of garlic? You can put as little or as much as you want. Just gonna add a pinch of salt. I added some panko, which is a Japanese breadcrumb. It's nice and crispy. So dump her in there. Are you like a gooey center or a crispy end?
Yes.
Okay, so
That's like 2 servings, isn't it?
yes. Oh, my
Oh, look
God.
at that.
Yes.
Oh, and it all held together when it came out.
I'm probably supposed to serve you first, but
This one's good. Oh, that
And
one's,
you can
that one's
like-
got the brown cheese on top, so.
yes, that's the best part, the crispy. Everything's the best part. And with this, more
Spread
is
that on
more.
top. Yep.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Let's give this
It took all my self-control not to start eating as soon as you gave it to me. I was waiting.
dip, dip, dip.
I was taught by my mom, wait until everybody else. Oh, goodness.
Thank you for having me, inviting me, sharing your special day, National Farmers Day with me. So happy National Farmers Day.
Well, thank you.
And thank you really to just all the farmers out there, not just on National Farmers Day, but every day for all your hard work and everything that you do, helping feed us across the whole country.
And usually when people thank me, I turn right around and thank them back because this is something that we love to do, and we can't do this unless people love what we do. You know, it really is a community thing. You know, we live in a small town in upstate New York, and when people see our trucks driving up the road, they wave to us, they know that we're part of the community. And having that support allows us to do what we do. It just so happens that we're doing amazing things for the community.
Well, thanks so much for joining us for Chef Meets Farm. For the full recipe and for more details, head to americandairy.com/farmersday.